Cash flowing, pockets growing. Wake up, blessed every morning. Just in case y'all didn't notice, I'm the fucking shit up in this bitch and everybody knows it. Cash flowing, pockets growing. Wake up, blessed every morning.
So those two things just kind of stuck out to me. But we have such a really heavy episode with some of the other topics, and a couple people wrote in for help me Sid, what's your situation? People wanted to know what our take was on long distance relationships.
I feel like for me, there's two different kinds of long distance relationships. I feel like it's one thing if like you're already in a committed relationship with somebody and your partner moves away for work or some kind of opportunity, family troubles, you know, or something.
Yeah.
And then you have those people who meet literally like online, who live in two separate places and become in relationships. And I mean, I think the longevity of those two situations are different.
I think when you meet online and you're doing a long distance relationship, the odds are stacked against you. With long distance, you have to put the time and effort in.
Mm-hmm.
You've also got to make things a priority.
Mm-hmm. Or it ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work. And I was in a long distance relationship, and at some point, somebody's got to move.
Yeah.
And I currently have a friend who is in a long distance relationship, and they're moving across the US
literally
for this. And I think there's just a different pressure when you do something like that, especially when you don't have any family support out wherever you're going. You know, if it's just you, I think when times go bad, you become bitter.
I mean, you don't have a support system. I think having a support system, especially in a relationship, but especially in a long distance relationship, or where, let's say, you move for that person, like you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
It's just you and your partner. And I feel like that's where things can really unravel because you don't know. I think people have this huge misconception of you're talking and you're saying things, you're talking on the phone, you're texting, but when you're in real life and the day-to-days, it's a totally different ballgame. And you really, truly don't know somebody until you are in the trenches day to day with them.
Well, and I think there's two takes on this. So there's like moving to that city, but you're not living together. And I think that's a better tactic of like slowly getting to know each other.
I would agree.
Better on like that level. I don't care if you guys have been dating for 2 years, a year, you just don't know someone until you are with them constantly.
And at least you have a backup in case something, let's say, does go awry. You have your own place. You're not tied to a lease with them for 18 months.
It's so insane to me when you barely know somebody.
Oh.
But I think the other thing is like long distance relationships, if you're going to live long distance, and I know a couple of people have done this for several years, and it just always is like, I'm sorry, but like if you and Matt are going out and you're like, hey, do you want to come with me? I want to live a life with my partner. I don't want to be like, you are never here. I'm living my own life. You're living your life. And then like, when you guys get together, no shit, it's going to be amazing because you haven't seen each other for a fucking
Thank
month.
God knows how long.
You know, let's say like you guys see each other a month or even like twice a month. One, that gets really fucking expensive very quickly. And I just don't think it's sustainable. I don't think it's beneficial unless you're someone who doesn't have to have someone or see somebody all the time. But it's like, I don't want to sit there and have like my relationship on a text or FaceTime. I want to be able to experience life day to day, not just on these amazing trips where you're going places.
No, I definitely agree. And I also think too, not everybody can be in a long distance relationship. I feel like you have to be very secure in yourself because you have to obviously trust this person through and through because you're not there to see what's going on. So if you're a very insecure person or you've had trauma in your past relationships with cheating or lying, that might not be the way to go.
Think it's difficult. I think it can be done. I know a couple people who have had really successful ones, but they were very disciplined. Like they were long view people. They weren't like, okay, well, I need to have this right now. They were very established in their careers and busy doing their work stuff. And it was like a 2-hour long distance, like more mid distance.
Not that bad.
2.5.
Yeah.
3.
No. Yeah. I know somebody who has dabbled in long distance I can't even say this without cracking the
dabbled and failed.
Has dabbled in long distance relationships on more than one occasion. And on both of these occasions, the person was not a good person.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
Shocker.
I mean, bad.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's kind of our take on it.
Yeah.
But I think it really depends on the person. You know, you got to do what's right for you and what you like. If you feel like you have a good connection, take it slow. Don't like make any quick moves of being
No.
like, okay, a couple months and we've got to see each other every day, or this is not going to work out. If it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. Like if you guys love each other, then dedication and being disciplined and coming up
effort.
with a game plan, I think is the best way to go.
Agreed.
Fuck that shit, listen, ayy, look, cash flowing, pockets growing, wake up, blessed every morning, just in case y'all didn't notice, I'm the fucking shit up in this bitch and everybody knows it.